I'm going to make you an Armenian dish because I'm Armenian. It's super easy. It's a cheeseburger egg and an Armenian salad with my grandma's salad dressing. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you for coming. It's just great to be a part of this church and such a loving group of people.
So we're going to put a granola.
How's that feeling? Feels good? Okay.
Let me show you a couple things we can make.
Of course, I love to feed people. I'm gonna That was the best part of the day.
Hello, Merry Christmas. Come on in. Welcome to our home. Thank you, Calvary Chapel, Costa Mesa, for coming to our home. Let's see. Let me show you first things first. This I made this year when I found a big stash of my mom and dad's love letters and mementos they had sent to each other because they lived in 2 different countries. I have a Christmas coffee decoration that I had bought years and years ago. I believe Roberta Casino, a dear friend, had made this. And then up there, a friend that has since gone to be with the Lord made that beautiful house with her own, very own hands. So I cherish that house. And then let me see, this is our little cherub that heralds the news that it's Merry Christmas and that we are to rejoice. And then let me see, of course, right here we have, because I have grandchildren, I put fun things up there. And then over here we just have little, since we live in California, we have to make our winter scenes. So there we go. This is my thing that I love. When I was growing up in the Middle East, in every home they normally had a nativity Bethlehem village like this. The little homes and the little lights in the homes and the sky and the baby Jesus and the little animals. Once I had grandkids, I thought I gotta do this because they have to know that Christmas is the birth of the Savior. Our Christmas tree, I actually bought this Christmas tree. It was a display at Macy's after season. But we have the cars and such for the grandson, James. And then this is the family of, we call each other names as far as animals. There's the bear and the beaver and the squirrel and the fox and the jackrabbit, my husband. This is from Christmas coffee from one year. This is from Christmas coffee. And that's our home for Christmas. And let me show you a couple things we can make for Christmas that'll be delicious and fast. Nothing from scratch. I'm known for making everything from scratch. This is what we're making. This is called Cheeseburger Egg. It's made with puff pastry so that you don't have to work very hard in the kitchen. And inside is this queso fresco that's crumbled with an egg inside. And you bake it. Let me do this first. Let me make the filling. This is one of these, crumbled already. Okay, here we go. So you do that so that it holds together inside. Okay, so 2 of these come in a package. You open it like this. That size is never enough. People want to eat more than one. You slice it like that, and then you beat it. Now, if you use your imagination, this is a savory lunch type of thing, but if you love sweets, like many people do, you can also use chopped nuts with sugar and cinnamon inside, and apples and cinnamon. So anyway, you put the egg like this. It'll help it stick together when we close it up, when we make the pocket. It's kind of like a Hot Pocket, I guess. There you go. So you take some of this. You put a good amount in there. Now, you can also put a little bit of onions and parsley in your cheese, but today I just made it as easy as possible for demonstration purposes. There we go. And then the egg is already inside, so it'll help a thing. You just crimp it like that. And then you put a little steam pocket right there so that when it steams up inside, it doesn't come out the sides. And you put it on a piece of parchment paper and you bake it on 375 for 20 minutes for that side, 15 minutes for that size. The salad is very easy. We have cucumbers. I have about 3 Persian cucumbers here. Okay, we have tomatoes. And we have some sliced onion, which makes the whole thing. And then you can just kind of pull some fresh mint that's been washed very well into there. And then you want to make salad dressing. For time purposes, again, I'm using red wine vinegar that is excellent with the salad. So there you go. Half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of pepper, and all these recipes will be on the website. Pepper. And I love my garlic press because I can put it in without, and all of it comes out. Well, most of it comes out. Okay. And then you just cover the jar and you get an emulsion and you pour it all over. And there you go. You have a plate of deliciousness. Now, I love savory with sweet drinks. So I'm going to show you how to make 1 cup cocoa. What you do is you take a tablespoon of cocoa, and then you take 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then I don't have it here because I forgot to bring it, but just a little tad of vanilla, real good vanilla. And you pour your hot milk into it. And then you stir it, and you have delicious hot chocolate. And we're good to go. I got up this morning and I was so discouraged with just all the stuff going on. And I came down, I put the fire on, I put the lights on the manger, and I was looking at the Lord and Jesus, baby Jesus, and I thought, you know, like, he was entitled to so much. He wasn't born in the montage. He wasn't born at the Trump Towers. He chose a stable because I believe he wanted to identify with and he was like a refugee when he was born. So I was just thinking, like, he didn't insist on his rights. He didn't insist on his liberties, and they were God-given. I mean, he was God. And so I was just being really discouraged and a little bit critical in my spirit of people that might be complaining too much or whining or, why. And I thought, no, I like, woe is me, my criticalness is my problem. So anyway, I'll just read a few. She says, if I can enjoy a joke at the expense of another, if I can in any way slight another in conversation or even in thought, then I know nothing of Calvary love. If I can write an unkind letter or an unkind Facebook post and speak an unkind word, think an unkind thought without grief and shame, then I know nothing of Calvary love. So it pretty much, I hate this book because it really, really gets me, like, it doesn't let me get away with anything, but I love it because it doesn't let me get away with anything. So it's so good that you guys came today. It really made our Christmas season very special that you would want to come and look at our home and look at the manger and listen to what the Lord is doing in our hearts. We're praying very hard for our country, for the pandemic, for it's an election year, and for the church, for a very, very on-fire revival and an awakening in the country, and we are hopeful.